Hi guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right with you. I just have to send a quick message. How is everybody doing? Got two things going on at the same time. All right. One message here. Oh my goodness. Can't send a message if I can't spell. All right. Welcome. Trying to get myself organized. Decided to do a little something at the last minute and just kind of went, oh, I'm running out of time. And grabbed a shower. And. So, see, we got a few people in here. In chat, we have Destinations Delight. Can anyone spot Seuss? Well, if you look over my head, there's a few little indications of Seuss. Amy says, hello. Meg's in here. She says, hello. Hello, Najuma. Hello, Josh. Everybody saying hello to everybody else. I got a couple of people in the basement. I've got this friend here.
Hello.
Hello, Crystal. And I have another friend here, but she wishes to remain incognito today.
And silly me just waved at the camera.
I've done that before. Somebody on things gone hello, and I went, oh, wait a minute, I'm not on camera.
What's going on, Amy?
I just finished putting purple in my hair, so it's like all like I've got like the cap on it to like set, so because I can't wash. I'll wash it out in like 45 minutes.
You don't want people to see how beautiful you are.
No, because I look awful right now.
That's okay.
How's your weather?
It's getting cold. It is 58 right now, but it will drop to the 30s tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Gosh, I think you're colder than us.
Yeah, we're supposed to get 38 on Saturday with snow flurries, Michael Ann. Over on the west side of the state, because I'll be over in Muskegon.
That's a you problem.
For regional football playoffs.
That'll be fun in the snow.
What division does he? What class?
Division 5.
So, is that the highest in Michigan, or is there Division 6?
No. So it starts off like Division 1 is the highest. And then it goes.
Yes, that's right.
And it goes all the way to, I think, Division 9. And once you get over 7, it goes to 8-man people instead of the 11 that's out there.
Because I think Missouri is Class 6 is the highest. Division 1 is like the small schools, and Class 6 is the highest. The bigger schools, the bigger.
Yeah, so ours is the opposite. Division 1s are your higher, like your MAC A, then Division 2 is MAC Blue, and you got MAC White. And that is like that. The MAC divisions are considered like your Detroit area schools, your East Lansing type of schools, our school district where Olivia goes. And when you get up to the countryer schools, they don't have MAC divisions up there because they're not as big. So kids this year were having a hard time playing football up north because they didn't have enough freshmen in JV to make a team. So they had to pull freshman JV to make a varsity team this year.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Hey, Adelaide, quit.
Sorry, Michael Ann, didn't mean to steal your show talking about football.
No worries. It gives a few people time to come in. I'm going to start. I'm going to go back to this one over here. Since we're on the eve of what you guys call Veterans Day, and in Canada we call it Remembrance Day, I just wanted to take a moment to pay respect and honor to those men and women who have served or are serving. They've sacrificed a lot for us, and some have made the ultimate sacrifice. So I just want to do a little clip, and then we're going to get into the fun stuff. So.
Very nice.
Yes.
Thanks. Now, if
Thank
there's
you.
anybody in the chat or anybody in the future that watches this who has served or is part of the military, please let me know. And if I can, I will add a picture or something in for you. Because I was like, I know there's more, but I couldn't think of it, and I got it all done. And I went, crap, I forgot Ron Darrell. So that's why I had to go back and fix it and put Ron Darrell in. Because I'm like, I know he is. But I know there is more. I know there's more in our YouTube community. But. So, thank you to all of them. You're welcome. Thank you, Josh. So, talking about a little Seuss on the loose.
Do you like green eggs and ham? Says Sam I am. I like green eggs and ham. I like them in a frying pan. I like them on a roof with a hoof.
My video tomorrow actually has the part of the Dr. Seuss parade and some of the Seuss characters in it.
Awesome.
Well, I got this idea the other night. I was watching the replay of Danny's Looney Tunes one, and I went, something clicked about Seuss. So I went, wait a minute. And then I started looking up about Dr. Seuss. Well, he wasn't a real doctor, per se, but he went to college and all that. His real name was Theodore Seuss Geisel, but he served as a commander in the U.S. Air Force during World War II. And I thought, oh, that works into the lead-in with the Veterans Day. So I got about 20 questions, kind of all over the place. So I thought we'd do a little trivia, and then if we get through those, then we can just chat. So the number one question, where did the Grinch live?
I know.
And it's a little more specific than the town.
Maybe I don't know then.
It's right over.
I'm going to put it in the private chat. Yeah, I'm not excited about work tomorrow.
No, you think you're going to be busy? Well, yes, because it is Veterans Day.
It's Veterans Day. It's a Friday, and I will tally how many times I get yelled at, screamed at, cussed at, and why I'm just giving a bloomin' onion and not a whole free meal because someone down the street is giving us free meals.
Like people who are that are customers, correct? Not your wait staff and stuff like that.
Yeah, the veterans, and then they don't tip.
Oh.
I'll tally how many tables come in and just get their free bloomin' onion and their free drink, not tip the server and leave.
Oh.
Thank you.
Good evening, Sir Troy. And Mr. James Catneys.
Well, I would say between James and Michelle and Amy.
Isn't it? Hold on. Let me see what Amy said. Is it Yahoo Forest, the name of it?
Oh, it says it.
It's Whoville.
You're right, James. It's in a cave. And it has to do with Whoville. It's a cave north of Whoville, which it didn't. I love. I don't even know if I looked at the book to see if it said specifically. But the Grinch who lived just north of Whoville did not, yeah. It doesn't say cave, but it says north of Whoville. But... Okay, next one has to do with this other book. Whoops, over here.
Hey, James.
In the Dr. Seuss sleep book, what is the name of the small bug that started the series of yawning?
I don't know Dr. Seuss that well. Only certain books.
I thought most of mine were in this bin up here that said books. Eastern, but we're in there.
I am freezing. We're not in Florida anymore, people.
But come on, it's like 66 degrees. Dr. Seuss Sleep Book. What is the name of the small bug that starts the series of yawning?
That one I do not know.
Any guesses in the chat? Michelle says, be glad you're not in Florida.
Yeah, because they're getting that hurricane, tropical storm. And then I heard that further north it will go, it will turn into a blizzard.
What?
No, probably by the time it hits Maritimes.
Adelaide, quit licking me.
All right, I'll be right back, Michael Ann. Hold on.
I'll read the passage. The news just came in from the county of Keck that a very small bug by the name of Van Black is yawning so wide you can look down his neck. It may not seem very important, I know, but it is, so I'm bothering telling you so. I had that book growing up, and then my kids had it, so. Okay, anybody know The Cat in the Hat?
A little.
What is the name of the girl in The Cat in the Hat? The next few should be easier. I was going to reorganize. What do you think, Adelaide? What's her name? Starting to get rain.
I know who plays her in the Cat in the Hat movie.
I don't think I've watched the other one.
The Dakota Fanning plays her in one of the movies.
I do not remember that book. Danny was the cat in the hat at the Helping Hands for Cruising. You got it, Meg. Her name was Sally. Okay, next question is, this one should be easy because we already discussed this book. Where does Cindy Lou Who live?
I know.
Yes,
Right.
it's what you said at the beginning. Exactly. Let's see if anybody else gets it.
Meg got it.
So Meg and Amy both guessed it. Right. Yes. Who will? Now the next one I don't have the book for, so in the book Horton Hears a Who, what is Horton? And Horton Hears a Who, what is Horton? Yes.
Yay, I knew another one.
Any guesses besides Amy?
There we go. Michelle.
Yes, Michelle and Amy. Horton is an elephant. Who does Sam I Am try to get the man... what does Sam I Am try to get the man to eat? You got it. What does Sam I Am try to get the man to eat?
Those of you if you've been on Carnival, think about one of the events.
Think about the breakfast.
That just came back.
This is my thumbnail. Is the water slide, because I couldn't find a picture I had real easily for and I didn't take any pictures to close up of like the Dr. Seuss stuff.
There you go. Michelle got it, and then Meg right after her.
Michelle, Meg, and Amy. Yes, Amy's sending me her answers to the private chat, so she's guessing correctly.
That way I don't give it away before you guys even hear the question.
Yeah, she could go, oh, good eggs and ham. Okay. Now, this one, in The Cat in the Hat, who does the cat bring in a box? Well, if I remember rightly, it was under his hat, the box.
That one I don't know.
But I couldn't find the book. Troy says MRE, eggs and ham. Gross. Green eggs and ham on the ship on Pride. Yep. And they just brought that breakfast back to...
It was the cruise we were on was the first one for having back.
Yep. On Horizon. Drew a blank there. What ship it was.
And I think the Seuss Parade had maybe been back for either that one or it had been back before. It might have been the first time back on ours, but I know Dr. Seuss breakfast for sure.
Yep. Michelle says, I have 3 young grandchildren who love Dr. Seuss, and Najima got the answer. Thing 1 and thing 2.
Okay. Hey, they're in my video tomorrow. I think thing 1 and thing 2 are in my video tomorrow.
I was looking at the stuff in Cherry on Top because it got Cruiser 1 and Cruiser 2 in the same style of thing 1 and thing 2. It's like, that's kind of cool. Now, the next one, I've seen the movie once. I really haven't read the book, so I'm not up on it. But it's in the Lorax. The trees are being cut down to make what?
Ooh, that one I don't know.
Josh says, I can eat them in my Keller and on my HMMWB. MRE, eggs and ham? Yum. So the one picture was my cousins standing in Afghanistan with the vehicle in the background.
Yes, thing 1 and thing 2 are in my video tomorrow, as long as is Sam I Am.
Cool. I can see what's in the interesting ones in the raid parade tomorrow. So in the lower acts, the trees are cut down to make what? And I never had.
Adelaide, come here.
That's a good question, Najima, because I don't even know what these things are. I guess I should Google that. Okay. Hello, Nick P. So the answer, I'll type it in here. Come on. Sneeds. That's a hard one to say. Which is a useless product which is advertised as being needed by everybody, but in fact no one needs. Michelle, you got a point there, because they are actually, those are the trees, the Tripella trees. Saw the movie 2 months ago. Remember the scene. I watched the movie on a bus trip with my kids and my nieces and nephews going. I think it was going to Canada's Wonderland. I think between Troy and Josh, they're running the military version of Green Eggs and Ham, or MRE Eggs and Ham. You need a sandbox or a jungle worth. I think Nick leaves for too long. How many words does Dr. Seuss use in total in Green Eggs and Ham? Which is interesting, but there's a lot of words repeated.
For some reason, that number came to my head. Adelaide.
That is one of the answers I've seen. That is one of the answers I've seen. The other one is one less than that. It's more than 20. It's more than 9. Michelle's getting closer. It leaves in 56 days. Minneapolis to Boston to Dublin. James says, Juma, you got it. 50. One thing I said 50. Most of them said 50, and then one answer I seen said 51. But there's repeated so many times in there, it seems like a lot more words. But there's only 50 words in there. Okay. I remember. Okay, the next few are quotes. You gotta try to guess what the name of the book is that come from. So what book is this quote from? You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose.
I know that one.
I had myself.
Oh, yeah, because we're live.
Yeah, I know.
Put some clothes on.
No.
Do you know that one, Libby?
No.
Don't come in my live in the sports bra then.
I had myself.
You're right, Amy. What book is this quote from? You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose.
Who can make...
Josh and Troy have a thing going on about MRE eggs and ham version.
Yeah. It should be right there. Is it behind you? Sorry, we're also packing because we're leaving tomorrow.
Next is hold a distant DNA relative in Vienna. Definitely try meeting in person. So cool to meet distant relatives. They're not from your home country. So James, are you Navy? Is that what I'm getting?
No, I think he's answering that. Who can make USMC's MREs and Crayola crayons? James replied, the Navy.
I had a table Monday night that the one couple was from Fort Worth. The other one was, or they lived in Fort Worth now. The other one lived in Amarillo. The couple going to Fort Worth was going to Colorado. The one looked like Santa, and he knew the Santa from our cruise, and they were roommates in the Navy.
Army vet. As I said earlier in my chat, if you are a veteran, let me know and which branch.
Did you see James said he's an Army vet?
Yep, I just wrote it down. So, Amy, what's the correct answer to that quote?
Oh, the places you'll go.
Yes. I would like to get that book. I seen ideas, so many ideas. One was like after my kids graduated, but one was about getting that book and starting it when your kid starts school, to get your teacher to write something in it, and each teacher through the years, and when they graduate high school or college or whatever, you hand them the book, and it's got all these notes from all the years.
From all their teachers that they had. Yep, I've seen that one.
Okay, and what book is this quote from? You might get a hint from an earlier question. It says, "Mister," he said, in a sawdusty sneeze, "I am the blank. I speak for the trees."
Thank you, Mom. No, because he's beating himself up still.
Well, now he'll be pleased to know the truth. What? This?
No, those aren't my scissors. Mine are blue.
We only saw your hair. Hey, you forgot your socks and half your clothes.
That's it, but I don't
So
know.
I know it makes me want to sneeze. Yep. Well, James, I assume they'll do it on the Pride too, but on the Horizon, the cruise director did have a thing for the military.
Yeah, it's back on every ship now. And now they can, not only is it back on every ship, they can now take a group photo.
Yeah, I've seen that picture. Not on our cruise, the one after.
Yep.
The Cookie posted it in his Facebook. Yeah. Make sure you get to that, James, when you're on your cruise.
That's the one thing I'm excited for, is to go to that, because I didn't get to do that on the Horizon. So I'll be going to that on the Pride. Amy, what do you recommend
What do you mean?
on the Pride?
I really like the Pride. I love the layout of the ship. It's a smaller ship, but there's nothing blocked off. Like, you know how on the Horizon, how to get to the dining room, you had to basically go up to floor 4 and then go down.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that on the Pride. It's smaller, but I think what made the cruise for me on the Pride and even on the Spirit was the crew is just amazing, and it's a smaller ship, so it's easier to get to know people
Okay.
because it's a smaller ship. Like, there's not 4,000 people.
I like the decor and the layout of things.
Yeah, there's like a secret hall at the front of the ship on
saw
deck
that.
3, and it goes around, and it's got windows and stuff, and that's cool.
You videotape that.
I have the Pride ship tour out
Okay, I'll have to look
on my
through
channel.
Meg saying the layout on that class is awesome.
Yeah, I love the Spirit class ships.
Mystery said with a sawdusty sneeze, "I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees." That's from the Lorax.
Lorax.
And Amy had got that in the. Okay, let's see what anybody who knows what book this one's from. A person is a person, no matter how small. I did mention the book. I don't have it up here, but I did mention the book. I know everybody's going to get the next one.
I like know it, but I don't.
Well, you guessed the animal.
Okay.
Hello, Troy, cat maintenance guy.
Hey, Troy.
Yes, we love the spirit. The secret quarter on the spirit is the jungle.
Yep.
When is your cruise, Crystal, and where? Says Michelle.
It's going to be March 12th through the 19th, and I'm going on the Carnival Pride out of Tampa with James Catney's and Fantastic Travels and Pero DJ and a bunch of others. Amy, are you going?
I
don't know yet.
can't. I want to. I really want to, but I will be moving in mid-March,
Oh,
and I can't take that many days.
right. Sorry. Meg's going too. Meg and Paul.
Meg and
Can't
Paul.
forget about them.
It goes to. Damn, I had a picture. That's probably in my other thing, not on my. It goes to Grand Cayman, Roatan, Belize, and Cozumel.
Yes.
So the answer to a person is a person who, no matter how small, is important. Here's a who. And Amy guessed that in the. Okay, I bet you can get this one. What if Christmas doesn't come from a store? What if Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more? What book is that from?
I'm so bad at this. I think it's because like my kids are all older now and I don't reread them books. They're put up for the grandbaby when I finally get him to get back here.
I'm going to shorten this in a minute and then we can. Yep. The Grinch Stole Christmas. The Grinch. Oops. Don't do that. Sorry, that was close. Oh, to click on it, it jumped. I almost timed out Meg. That wouldn't have been good. Yep. Y'all got it. The Grinch Stole Christmas. What was the name of the dog in that book? What was the name of the dog in the Grinch?
Wow.
That one I do not know.
Oh my God, this is blowing up my phone.
One more after that, and then we can chat because let Crystal talk about something after that.
Oh yeah. Hold on, then I need to get it pulled up, please.
Show it. Oh my goodness.
You guys, you both saw Who I Met last night, right?
Yeah, I was jealous.
Me too.
The whole thing was funny because I saw the guy sitting there, and I noticed his shirt because first it was like the shirts that I like. It's like the long sleeve hooded t-shirts, but it was a college shirt, and the college that it was where I was in a sorority in college, and that's where my sorority was founded. So I just noticed the shirt. I didn't notice who was wearing the shirt.
Yes, it's Max was the dog, and yes, this is who she met.
And so then I'm in the back, and my bartender tells somebody, they're like, hey, doesn't the guy at this table look like Emilio Estevez? And I was like, oh, mental note, walk by that table. Well, by the time I thought about walking by the table, I totally forgot who she said. Like, I could not think of who she said. So I go around, I walk to the table, look at him, and I'm like, that's Emilio Estevez. And like, then I'm standing at the computer right there, and a lady comes out of the bathroom, and she had been sitting behind him, and she stops and asks him, she's like, hey, I have to ask you. And he's just looking at her. And she goes, I have to ask you, are you Emilio Estevez? And he goes, depends. Today I'm just a traveler passing through. And he's got a smile on his face. I was like, yep, it's him.
That's cool.
And then he, super nice guy. And then of course, I introduce myself to him and make sure everything's perfect, like I do with any table. Like I didn't treat him
Differently because he
any
was a
different than any other
celebrity.
table. Like
Yeah.
I talk to every table and tell him who I am. And he's like, all right, thanks, Amy. And then he asks his server, and I'm standing like by that computer still. And he goes, does anybody have a dog that would want the rest of this steak? And the table behind him is like, we'll take it. So we boxed up the steak and we gave it to the table behind him for their dog.
Oh, too bad Adelaide doesn't eat people food.
Yeah, I was like, I would take it, but I don't give my dog people food. And then as he was leaving, he said bye to me by name. He's like, bye, Amy. Thank you.
Very nice.
So Emilio Estevez knows my name. And that cool. I am the manager in Amarillo, where he ate dinner last night.
So yes, the answer was Max. Okay. In the movie version, not the cartoon version, who plays the Grinch? In the movie, the Grinch, not the cartoon, who plays the Grinch?
Yes, Michelle, he was alone. He had driven to Amarillo from Flagstaff yesterday. No idea where he's headed though. But hey, I'm gonna go wash out this purple and I'll be back.
Okay. Yes, Crystal and Meg and Michelle. Jim Carrey.
Hey, I got one. Woo-hoo!
Okay. I'm going to bring Crystal up here, and she's going to talk about something. And if Meg can find the link for me when Crystal talks about it.
The page link, Meg. The page link.
Okay, come on. I can click on the right thing here. There you go.
Alrighty, guys. Hi. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crystal. I'm with Destinations Delight, and we have a special project that we are all working on behind the scenes, behind closed doors, and we are ready to present it all to you. As you know, our fellow YouTuber, community supporter, and huge friend and channel partner, Kenny from Fordman, aka Kenneth Oaks, was on vacation recently. He did come to Miami for the cruise, and then he also went on to Disney to earn his childhood dreams. Well, in those dreams, Papa got sick. Papa is currently in a rehabilitation center, trying to get himself better. I want to read you a little thing that we have going from our special project. It is called the Kenny's Kingsport Project. It says, welcome to Kenny and Papa's Kingsport Project. We all know Kenny has recently arrived home from his trip. Kenny turned to a different life, and Papa is in the hospital. And Kenny not being able to return home, Papa is currently in a nursing home, which is a rehabilitation facility, and he is working hard to recover and return home with Kenny. Before Kenny and Papa can return home, their home is in much need to be cleaned and some repairs. They have been living in a hoarding situation for many years now. Home, health, and social services will deem their living situation must become disinfected and wholesome home before either can return. This will require a lot of labor and some expenses. We are seeking help for Kenny and Papa. Come be a part of the solution, and let's give them the gift of love this holiday season. So, fellow YouTubers and community supporters out there worldwide, doesn't matter where you're at, we need your help. If you would like to be a part of this, great. project that we are going to go and do starting December 1st through December the 11th. We have things set up in place. There is an Airbnb currently that we are going to decide on tonight. If you're a traveler and you have a nomadic lifestyle and you stay in a home, like a mobile home or your van or your car, there is the area of in Kingsport, Tennessee. There is a campground right there. Can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head. It's the state park right in Kingsport. Sorry, y'all. I wasn't prepared for this. It's called Warrior State Park. They are open till the end of December. Come be a part of this organization. Come help support. Bring your working clothes because there is going to be lots of work. We would love to have each and every one of you there. And if you guys can't and you still want to spread the love and the word, in Kenny's Kingsport project is Kenny's PayPal link where we are asking for donations to be sent to. And if you don't feel comfortable with sending it through a PayPal link, please reach out to one of us and we can get you the address of where you can kindly mail a money order to or some sorts like that. Also, keep in mind and keep Kenny and his father in your daily prayers as Papa works to regain his strengths and his conditions to make him come home for Christmas in time to be with Kenny. Guys, I thank you all for your kind help and support and words of wisdom. Like I said, you can join the Kingsport Project on Facebook. Meg will drop the link. Moderators in there will accept you. You just have to answer just a few quick questions. No spamming, no selling of goods, guys. We're just trying to offer and keep everybody in the community up to date on what is going on. Thank you. And Michael Ann, back to you.
And Michelle, yes, they do live in a mobile home.
Yep.
Oh, and I have to say, the funds that we are collecting is for things like the dumpster, pest control, any home repairs, anything that they may need that had to been thrown out due to the lifestyle that it was in, to offset those costs of having them to have to pay out of pocket.
Kenny is staying in North Carolina with Kicking It Country and his wife and family.
Kids. Yep.
And Papa was moved to a rehab care facility that Amber, Scott's wife, works at. So Kenny is able to go and visit with his dad. He goes usually when Amber goes to work and comes home when Amber's done. So he gets to spend that time with Papa.
Yes.
Sorry for putting you on the spot there, Crystal, but I figured you had all the information, and I had a dog here whining at me to go out.
You're good. No worries at all. So it, like I said, guys, if you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to send me your questions and I will try my best to answer them to the best of my ability or get you the information that you need.
Oops.
But that page that Meg just posted, it is pretty much up to date with all the information on what's going on, where we're headed. Tonight will be our final stage. We will have the Airbnb. You will have the Warrior State Park tomorrow on there. And then also I'm going to see about a host hotel that if you can only come in on a weekend to give hands, I'm going to try to block off a weekend for us to see which weekend we can do. It will be either December the 1st or it's going to be that following weekend before we wrap things up and go from there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I did miss a few others coming. Lillian, hello.
Hey, Lillian.
I think I got everybody else. But like I said, to anybody that's in the chat or anybody that watches this after, you can put it in the comments. Let me know if you are a veteran or you are currently serving. We'd like to acknowledge all those that have given service, whether in the Canadian or the American or any of the military And I also included Coast Guard in there as well, because our friend Kevin, Coast Guard. So, any other exciting news, folks? Anybody in the chat got any exciting news?
I do have something else to touch on that I need to fill you ladies all in on.
Okie dokie.
Give me 2 seconds. I need to write down what I have to put on this webpage tomorrow. Why it's still fresh up here, because working till 3 o'clock every morning, my brain is like mush.
Sorry. So my Facebook thing goes message.
Right?
I have to click over and stop it because it just bugs me if it's blinking. So-and-so sent a message. So-and-so sent a message. As soon as I clear somebody else sent a message.
There's people eating at Outback Steakhouse tonight.
I seen the as soon as she made the comment there, I was like, oh, it's a map.
Okay.
The map of Australia that has, was it hands in the wrong spot or something? Okay, Crystal, go ahead.
Put the link in the description if the chat is not there later. That link,
Actually,
Michael Ann.
Let me. Oops, not that one. Oh, you know what I didn't do?
Yeah, and so can I talk while you work?
Yeah, I just need to go over to
Okay. So for most of you that know me and know that I was talking Tuesday, if you joined my live stream, know about the news that I had found out. My aunt was giving 2 months or 2 weeks to 2 months to live. She is full of cancer. I talked to them more the other day and found out that it's strictly lung cancer and it has spread to her lymph nodes. And the type of cancer treatment that they want to give her, her insurance company is not covering it. So the doctor is fighting with the insurance company to get some of it covered, because if they can get it treated, she could be here for a year. If not treated, they're talking 2 months to 2 weeks tops. Yesterday, my mother went to the oncologist herself down at U of M Hospital. And my mother is having, so this is your ear. My mom's having this much of her ear taken off. It is full of squamous cell carcinoma, which is a skin cancer. And it's going to take 6 months to heal. And after that, she will be able to get a prosthetic ear for the part that they had to remove. The doctor said that is the best action plan for them to go to, because they have to take the tissues back down to healthy tissue. So this does not start regrowing again. And what grows here can spread to anywhere in your body. And she's got a spot on her lung that they are going to be monitoring. It's not real big. It's about the size of a dime at the moment. And then they are going to repeat the scan this time next year to see if it grows, or if she starts to have any complications with breathing or anything like that. They will repeat the scan sooner. So there's all the info that I have for you guys. Yesterday, I was needing a bucket with a mop and lots of tissue boxes and going crazy. And today I think it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and I just like what else could get dropped in my lap type thing. You know what I mean? And given things that are going on, I think just everything hit me all at once yesterday. And
it's kind of overwhelming right now.
Well, everybody walked in and they were like, what is wrong? Everybody I was seeing was like, what is wrong? And I'd start crying all over again. And it wasn't one of those taboo hoo cries. It was that. And they're like, Crystal, deep breaths. And I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm just. So I worked till like 3 o'clock this morning on stuff for Kenny's project. And I did a video for YouTube, so that's ready to go. I just got to label it all now, and I don't know. I had to work to keep my mind off of everything. And then today I've really been able to just sit back and think about stuff, not in a bad way, but and you thinking that's why part of me just wants to keep going up to my mom so much because I want to spend as much time because tomorrow's never promised,
Exactly. So I pinned that link to Kenny's Kingsport Project Facebook group to the top there. I also put it in the description. So if anybody wants to go to that later, they can link it there.
But this community is also an awesome support team for all of us.
Oh, it is.
I don't care if we're sick. I don't care if we got life things going on. I don't care if Amy's moving. We're all here to be a support system. And that's what's great about all of us. We all check in on one another. We all ask how you're doing. And you guys, we can't make this without yous.
There's some awesome people. It's like if they don't hear from you in a few days. It's like, you okay? You okay? What's up?
Yep.
Josh is sending a virtual hug there.
Thanks, Josh.
Yep, best community. Michelle sending love and prayers. Oh, there we
Mm-hmm.
Our family. Someone's going to switch to his laptop.
Amy, you look a little purple.
It's still wet. It needs to dry to actually see.
It was time for the touch-up. I know the...
Yeah. It was getting real. It was like, you could see the bleached hair right here. And then my boss was like, Tuesday night, he was like, your hair looks like red and pink. And I'm like, it's purple? He's like, no. So I was like, well, I'm redoing it on Thursday. I already had the plan, so.
They have to have time off enough time to do it.
Yes.
I just thought of something else. Dang it.
Michael Ann, I'm glad to see you're feeling better.
Much better.
Now, Libby said to me, Mom, we have to go over to Canada one day.
Not 100%, but I'd say like 95 to 97%.
Yeah, she goes, Mom, we have to go over to Canada one day. And I said, okay. She's like, you promised that we would have taken Michael Ann home. So maybe we could just go pick Michael Ann up and go visit V. And I was like, all right. Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Where am I going here?
Look at how big this dog is.
What do you see? Get it. Get it, Addie. Get it. Get it, Addie. Give Mama kisses.
And just...
Oh, she has already done that. Oh, now she has her dog outside.
Let me double check that there. Let's make sure to... So there's the link to these live too. Coming up in 4 minutes. Hey, Addie girl.
Adelaide, look at him. They're trying to say hi to you.
Pretty good doggy. You and your pretty blue eyes. You listen to the doggies.
She may be a cutie, but this is what she did yesterday morning. So I bought this hook thing in the Dominican, and she pulled it off the wall yesterday and used it as a chew toy.
You little brat.
Oh, then she just knocked Amy out of here.
Oh, no. Come back. Come back.
She apparently didn't like the fact that I was telling on her because she kicked me out of the yard.
Don't squeal on me, Mom.
But yeah.
What a brat.
Oh. Where did you get that at, Amy?
In the Dominican? In Amber Cove?
Looks like we have to go back to the Dominican.
Yeah.
So she can either touch it up with paint or she can leave it as a souvenir.
Right?
Oh no, she's eating the wood on it, so. I was like, she was chewing on something, and I'm like, what are you chewing on? And she's got a piece of wood. I'm like, how in the world?
Ow!
Ow.
I was like, how in the world did you get a piece of wood? And then I picked that up and I'm like, oh, from here. See, she's being a brat now.
What? Time for step 2 of doggy training. I know Callie was full of like piss and vinegar when we first got him. He was 13 months old at the time, and I think it was a while before he settled down.
Yeah, she's 7.5 months.
We had to crate him when we went out because he just got into everything and chewed shoes and sandals and all that stuff.
She's pretty smart. I went to go get food today, and I was putting on my body spray, and she ran right into her kennel. She knew she was getting locked up because I was leaving. She ran right into her kennel. Oh,
No worries. Anyways, folks, see, I will drop that again.
hey,
There's a link for these. We're going to head on over there, and we'll see you in just a moment. Thank you for stopping in. Thanks for playing trivia. And again, all our respect to the veterans.
Yep.
Bye for now, guys.
Bye, guys.